I'm Himanshu Nagpal. I scored All India rank 26. This was my first attempt with commerce and accountancy as my optional. So my journey started in sixth semester of my college. I did an internship with Parliament. So there I got to know about the work of the government, how they go about it, and otherwise I was an MBA student in college. लगा था कि MBA करूँगा and then there the career would go. But सोचा कि एक try देते हैं because उस time CAT में नहीं हुआ selection. So I came here, and when I started with the classes for examination, then I made a bit of a group. So we used to go to my room and study, and not the actual study that we think about, but बात कर रहे हैं, बस चाय पीने जा रहे हैं, and खाना खा रहे हैं, and they are thinking that we are studying. And it took me 1 month to realize that this is not the way that I'll go about. And then I had to jot down a strategy. 6 months went by and कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था. This was the first time I wanted to do this now only, and सोच के आया था कि 2 attempt max I'll do. But it came November, and then after that the actual studies, I joined a library or something, and there it started. I jot down a strategy where I ensured that 3 hours at least a day, I'll make sure that I'll do my core portion, which Meenal also talked about, that Spectrum, Lakshmikant, NCRTs, these are the like portions that you cannot forget and you cannot ignore. So based on that, I just used to every morning 3 hours I used to do that, and newspapers and all, that'll be the extra time that I'll spend upon. So they came the prelims. I could not solve multiple tests. I just solved the test series of the classes that I had joined, and then I cleared prelims by a very close margin. So all the permutations, combinations that I had set for myself, they worked according to me. So after prelims, I just started for the mains. So I had no notes for the mains, no knowledge about it. Just I had done my classes for my optional. So I started to make notes. उसके लिए then mains में there was a cycle of notes preparation. पहले बहुत ही like book से exact notes बन गए. Then उसको और छोटा किया. There was 4 cycles of notes. छोटा 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 करके just the notes that I prepared, लक्ष्मीकांत को 4 पेज में convert कर दिया. So that only the articles and the numbers and the committees that I need to remember just a day before the exam, I had those in hand. And after coming from the exam, I'm ensured that ये मैं करूँ. And I was not very confident after my mains that I'll do it. So I started for the preparation again. But जैसे result आया तो I was not that happy. मुझे लगा था कि 1-2 marks से clear हुआ होगा and लग गए. But I had to start for the interview preparation. Khan sir himself told me that just think you cleared it by a very good margin, and you have to ensure that तुम्हारे interview में marks अच्छे हैं. So maybe you have a chance. So interview preparation, I had interview at the very last stage. So my preparation to the interview was very long and very thorough. So I had lots of time for it. But interview did not go in that direction. So one of my hobby was interior designing. So as soon as I entered the room, I had BS Basi sir's board. So he asked me, just stand there and look around the room for 2 minutes and tell me, what do you feel like? So that was I got a bit nervous, but I kept my calm and I gave a good reply, I think. So it's not exactly how you think the things are going to be. The paper in mains, which I thought I'll score the most, I scored the least in those. And essay, I was not very good at. I scored 140 in the essay. So it never consider yourself that you're bad at something or you're good at something. If you're bad at something, maybe people are. Like everyone is, and you may end up scoring very well. So, and one of the lessons that I learned during this process of preparation is the need to understand the possibility of a failure. I was a person who hadn't failed ever except one or two things. So I was not very ready for failures. But that kept me going in the preparation and learning things. So, but there is a need to understand that there is a possibility of failure. And you may fail, so you have to be ready for it, but you have to work extra to ensure that failure doesn't happen. And on that note, I'll just like to wish you all the best. For those who are going to write prelims this year, just ensure that you take a bit of risk, because last year के paper के हिसाब से you have to at least attempt 80 plus or something questions and just ensure thoda sa risk lena, itna darna mat. And for those who are coming to this cycle, just ensure that you give 100% in your first attempt. And it shouldn't be like 60% अब कि या ये बात के लिए छोड़ दूँ ये पहले के लिए कर लूँ. Just ensure you 100% is there in just one single attempt. And on that note, wish you all the best and thank you.